what I hear often when people come here is that they're seeing the challenges in their life and they want to make it work better. But what I want to express is that the way it's working is exactly right, meaning that that's where you are vibrationally. It's not like you can jumpstart and all these things start attracting all these wonderful things without getting yourself centered in your heart with what it is that you want to attract. And even when you do attract those things, there's a possible chance you might not recognize that because you don't have the mental equivalency to be conscious of that when it comes your way. Does that make sense? For example, you might be talking to someone and they're talking about how they want to attract this particular type of guy, and you're that guy. You're like, and they don't see it in you because they can't see past themselves. You understand? So every circumstances, they project their fears and everything else they're not getting onto those people, and they continue to attract those people, and when they do possibly meet that person, the vibration, it's not a match. And all the time we meet people in circumstances where we possibly sabotage the relationship, the job interview, the date, and things like that, unconsciously because maybe we don't feel equal to that person. I mean, if you're told as a little boy that you're not worthy and things like that, we're not going to go into that, then that's where you've been conditioned. So it's really important, like with my law of attraction group, it's not about let's figure out how to think positively. We all can do that, correct? I mean, just like we all know what it takes to possibly to lose weight and be on a particular diet, right? Well, why doesn't it not work? Why do people not stick with that? It's because we've been conditioned by these programs. And if these programs are telling you that you're not worthy or what's the use, you're still not being validated, then people give up really easily. And like for the most part, like for example, this is a common thing with men. Even men who are successful and make a lot of money, it's still not enough. They'll tell after their fourth wife, that, I'm giving you everything. And she's telling him, but I want your presence. He's so caught up in this idea that when he gets to this point, whatever this point B is, that everything will be good. And while in the meantime, while he's saying that my happiness is on a layaway plan, he's a miserable man to live with. Do you understand? So it's like, and with the law of attraction, like, is about being aware of how you're vibrating, how that feels in your body. I mean, you can tell someone that this is what I want, but vibrationally, if you're not in alignment with that, you'll attract exactly where you are. But you don't attract what you want, you attract who you are. Does that make sense? You can't skip this. You can't jumpstart this. You can, you could be a person saying that I want to attract this, I want to attract this type of woman, and yet deep down inside, you kind of want to play the field a little bit. Do you understand? So you meet these unavailable women, or you find out while dating this woman, she's with a couple of guys. And why would you be startled with that? Why would you be shocked with that? That's vibration, what you put off it. Right. So imagine this is spiritual realities, like the spirit world. And this is physical reality. I wish I had a chalkboard here. Imagine this being positive and this being negative, okay? For the most part, people are always trying to get over here, correct? They're trying to get to the positive. So for example, if a person's going through financial stress, then they're probably possibly going to think, oh, well, I'll just get a second job. So they start working much harder, they get a second job, and their mind, possibly their ego, they think they're over here, positive, things are going well. When they're over here, according to spiritual reality, does this mean they're in a good place? No. Some of you are shaking your heads. You're right, it's not. It doesn't mean anything. So does this mean the person actually got what it is that they're supposed to learn from the lesson as far as why they have financial stressors? No. All they've done is manipulated the circumstances, got a second job. So the person ends up getting in a car accident, no longer has a car, so he ends up losing both jobs. So he's back over here, feeling possibly sorry for himself, so he's trying to figure out another way to manipulate the situation to get back over here. When he's over here, does this mean he's a loser according to spiritual reality?
No.
Is there a possible chance when he's over here there's some great lesson to learn?
Sure.
So he realizes, wait a minute, I want to call Dr. Ray and do therapy with him. I'm just kidding. So he ends up like doing some type of processing or whatever it is, meditation. He realizes that, you know what, I remember just like being around my father, him reading a newspaper and telling me that times are going tough and that, or all these negative things, these beliefs about money. I need to work this out. So he does something with that vibrationally, energetically, he meditates, he works with therapists, I don't know, he walks in nature, but he kind of gets it on a core level of vibration within himself. So he gets that, he lands a job, and he ends up back over here. And he ends up sticking with that job. And would you say if he's over here connected to this energetically also, that's a win-win situation?
Sure.
But there's still a possible chance that something else can happen And it just continues, it's kind of a cycle. Of course, all of us want to be able to stay here and here at the same time, but I feel as though your purpose here on earth is not necessarily to get it right, but be able to connect to love regardless of the circumstances. That's part of what this workshop is about, is understanding contrast. Understand these negative experiences and transmute them to a higher frequency. The take-home message here is feeling good, connected to your heart. How do I feel in this now moment? I mean, you can, say positive affirmations every day. You can put them everywhere in your house. I'm a happy man. I'm a very happy man. And yet, deep down inside, maybe you're a little pissed off about something. You need to be authentic with that. And it might be easier playing with your dog and him playing and jumping all over you and him connecting to your heart versus reading those positive affirmations. And also you start connecting to this place of joy. And the universe already knows what you want. So it's not like you got to go back to the refrigerator. I'm a happy person. I'm attracting a lot of money. The universe got that yesterday, the other day, and so on and so on. Play with your dog. Have fun in life. Do you understand? That is going to raise your frequency more than anything else. Just like this little exercise we did. That's a take-home message. That's how you attract things with less effort. So many are trying to do things coming from an action-based place, or we're trying to think positively, or we're trying to do things that's not really in accordance with where we're at in that moment. And it's okay to feel negative for a moment. It's okay to feel angry, sad, whatever. But it's also okay to feel good.